Hey guys, so on this assignment I'm going to show you guys how to do a mock-up, and the tools that we're going to look at are the transformation tools, specifically the Distort and the Warp. Okay, so on Canvas, this is this assignment right here, Transform and Distort and Warp tools. You will need this image, and then you will need to download this AI file, these two right here. So this is the kind of the first workings with going back and forth between Photoshop and Illustrator. Okay, I already have those downloaded, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. All right. So then once you have Photoshop open, just go ahead, just like we always do, File, Open, and I already have those. And it's this one here. Okay, and then I went ahead and went out to Wikipedia and looked up the definition for mock-up so you guys can see this. But and the reason why, guys, is this is something that is done quite often in the world of graphic design. And a mock-up is something real simple, to where you're taking a scale or a full-size model of a design or device used for teaching, demonstrating, design, evaluation, promotion, or other purposes. So basically, this is like prototyping in the world of graphic design, getting an idea what it looks like, whether it be like a logo on a t-shirt, a logo on a coffee cup, that's what we're doing today, and then moving it into something like a still life that would be used to do in magazine layout, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's just a mock-up is just the word that they use. Okay, but in this one, guys, it's actually really simple. So this is our mock-up. So this is something like, for example, maybe it would go into a magazine layout, or maybe a billboard or something like that. Okay, but the tool that I want you guys to learn are this here. So first, on this one, guys, we're going to do a file and place embedded, and then you guys are going to come and grab these. This one here, yep, everything is good. Just click OK, and it puts it in. And normally, guys, you might have to size this up, but I like the way it is right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. I'm going to hit Enter, and then before we can, so right now, guys, in Photoshop, this is called a smart object, and you guys, we can't work with smart objects in the way that we're going to work with it today. So what we need to do is we need to come over to this layer, we need to right click on that layer, and we need to rasterize that layer. Okay, and the reason why we're doing that is I want to show you guys this real quick. Is with that selected, if I go up to Edit and then I go to Transform, notice that I only have a few options and I can't use the other ones that I want to use. So this is why we're going to rasterize this image. All right, basically we're bringing it in from Illustrator, and now we're going to rasterize it. Okay, so anyways, right click, rasterize that layer, and then when I go to Edit and Transform, you'll now see that I can use Distort. Okay, now you guys can play and check out a lot of these here. Okay, but what I've found useful, and basically what I've learned along the way and been told by a lot of people that do this, is Distort and Warp just gives you a little bit more flexibility and control of what you're trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do Distort, and guys, I'm not going to take forever, because this is really a plug and play. This is just trial and error type stuff. But what I want you guys to try and do is I want you to try to make this little logo here look like it's laying flat on the table. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this is literally kind of painful to watch somebody probably do. Okay, but I'm just going to kind of do my best to illustrate this to you guys. Okay, so you can see it kind of just slowly working it in place here. Okay, no rhyme or reason here, just kind of plug and play until you guys get the effect that you think looks right. Okay, very tricky to do. Okay, just take some practice. Okay, but again, guys, I'm not going to take forever on this because I want you guys to do. So you can see that's my version of laying flat. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm back. So we did this label here, and we laid it down. That's my version of it. Again, guys, just plug and play. All right. So now the next one is we're going to go File. We're going to place embedded again, and this time you guys are going to grab the second file. It's 17C, Double click on that one, bring that one in, and there it is. And the difference is this one's not circular. This one is a square or rectangle. Okay. I like the size. I'm okay with it, but I am going to move it in place. Oh wait, we're going to place that here. Now move it like so. Again, guys, it needs to be rasterized. So I'm going to right click on this, rasterize that layer, and now it is an image that I can work with. Okay. On this one, guys, the transform tool that we're going to use is called warp. Okay, and warp is a little bit different than distort. And what warp does is, if you guys can see here, when I grab this, you see how it's kind of like fabric, all right, like elastic fabric that you're working with. Okay, so it kind of makes it like stretchy and bendy. And the idea is warp allows you to warp it around an object, make it look like it's molded to the cup. Okay, and so that's what you're doing here. Okay, if you guys remember back in Illustrator, if you hit the drop down, now you have these like set ones in. We can do like an arc, or we can do the bulge, you know. So if you guys were working with something that, you know, you could use one of these defaults, that would work you know, fantastically, then do that. But in this particular assignment, I want you guys using the individual anchor points and the handles to make that work. Okay, if you guys remember, like the fish, you know, from the old Illustrator, that's what we're talking about there. Okay, but I'm going to hit escape. Okay, and go back, and I'm going to do it manually. So I'm going to go to transform. I'm going to warp. Okay, and so the idea, guys, is you're trying to like kind of look at the curvature of the cup and everything, so you can kind of see how that works. Okay, so I'm going to select this one, probably kind of bring those out a little bit, right? Spin that out, probably open this up a little bit, try to follow the curvature lines there. Bring that out just a little bit. Bring that out. Okay, so again, guys, I'm not going to take forever because this is like a plug and play type thing, right? You know, it could take you guys a while, but the idea of what you're trying to do is make it look like it naturally wraps or molds around this cup. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. Okay, so maybe bulge those out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and enter, kind of see what that looks like. Something like that. All right, try to make it look like it's natural, but take your time, guys. I don't want to take forever on this video. I just wanted to give you guys a real quick glimpse of what this looks like. And that's it. That's it, that easy. I just wanted you guys to get some practice using the distort and the warp. You will need them on the next assignment, where you guys are going to be creating a still life using multiple objects doing the same thing with. All right. See you on the rebound. Peace out.